His name is Jam. He's got a cooking channel. It's a cooking show.
Huh?
Hey everyone! We're back!
Dame tu cosita. Dame tu cosita. Ay.
We told you, didn't we? We told you. What did she say? Back for another Hispanic Heritage Month. Yay! And we have some really cool recipes for you. Be all ready. Yay. We're gonna start our first one with super basics. We're gonna start with frijoles. So we are going to show you how we make them, how we like them, and you can give it a try.
And fact about beans, you could grow them because this part you just put it with tissue and water and then it'll grow.
Emma's done it before. She's a pro.
Poor baby bean, it never got a chance. Never got a chance.
First step for beans is to clean them. Not really clean them, but just take out any that we don't want to include, which will be any broken pieces or any that have weird coloring or just seem like they're not like the rest. We want them to look like this. We don't want things.
Rocks!
What the rock is cooking.
Don't eat rocks. That's a cooking tip. Don't eat rocks.
Try not to make a mess.
Oh my god.
So you just want to turn them, make sure they look okay. Now we have our beautiful beans. Let's wash them.
Yay! I'm the one.
It's time to wash.
Yay!
Now we're gonna put some water to boil.
Yep.
Just gonna cover it so it can come to a boil faster, and then it'll be ready for our beans.
What do you mean by that?
Once our water is boiling, and add our beans. Make sure not to add any salt to the beans. Some people like to add a piece of onion, some garlic. We're gonna be adding plenty of flavor later. So just go ahead and let them come to a boil. Now that it's up to a boil, we wanna make sure we turn it as low as we can so that they keep cooking slowly, and put the lid on, and you're gonna wait for hours and hours.
What?
You don't want to open your beans too much, but you want to check on them every so often. Of course, you want to make sure you add enough water for them because the beans are going to absorb a lot of water. You can already see by their size. And if they're running a little dry, you want to make sure you add additional water, but not room temperature. You want to make sure you boil the water. You want to make sure you don't seize the starch.
Heard, chef.
Yes, chef.
Just make sure they're fully covered.
Yes, chef.
Again, you don't want to add the salt yet until they're almost cooked through. So we're going to give this a few more minutes.
A few minutes later.
You want to taste your beans to make sure when they're fully cooked. And if they're still pretty firm, and that means they have to cook a little more. It's been about 45 minutes. We'll probably give them at least another 20-30 minutes.
20 minutes later.
Let's check on our beans. You can smell them too. So now we add the salt. Once I add the salt, they probably at least need another 15 minutes, but we'll check. Once the salt has had a chance to dissolve, we will taste test, see if it needs more salt and how much more time. So we've added the salt near the end. I cautioned you not to add it at the beginning.
Oh no.
My mom says it makes the beans hard and doesn't let them cook through. So we want to make sure they have some time to cook through before we add any salt. Now we're going to cover them back up. Give them a few more minutes.
20 minutes later.
Okay, let's see. You can see how thick the water is now. Super soft, perfect. These are known as frijoles de la olla, which just mean they're like beans from a pot. And you can enjoy them just like this, especially they're healthier than the version that we're going to make after this. So you get 2 recipes for the price of 1.
Hello there.
Take your pick. You can go old school and mash your beans with a potato masher, or you can use my cheat code and use an immersion blender.
Nice.
Our next version will be refried beans. We'll use some pork fat, manteca as we know it. We're gonna fry them in the same pot so you don't have to dirty a different one. We'll keep all the flavor in the pot, so we'll turn it back on. We're gonna add our piece of manteca. Let that melt. Once that's melted, you can start adding your chorizo.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna use tongs because I'm gonna start splattering. To avoid splattering, you can also remove it from the heat and then bring it back. Also turn it down until it begins to cook. You can definitely cook the chorizo separately and then add it. I'm just doing this to avoid having to wash more pots and pans. You want to keep all the flavor in the same pot. You really want to break this down because you want it to be fully incorporated with the beans. So you don't need any huge chunks in there. Let's add the beans. Do so slowly so that it doesn't splatter. Mix to combine. The chorizo and those beans. So you want to make sure you don't add too much salt to your beans because that chorizo is going to add some additional salt. Continue to mix until it's fully combined. As we reheat these, they will become drier in consistency, so I don't mind starting off with a more liquidy consistency because they will keep drying. They'll also tighten up as they cool. And the last item we want to add, queso Oaxaca, only from Los Altos. Here's our queso Oaxaca. Oh, this is gonna be so good. The cheese is gonna melt, become stringy. You see that cheese pull in the back? For any type of cheese, we always love queso fresco from
No sign.
But as much or as little as you'd like. I like a lot. It's time for some Emma
And Mommy.
bites.
Mike's. Time for some mics.
Not of me.
Come on, I'm hungry.
With you.
You taste the chorizo, salt, and beans and cheese. Alright, time for some me bites.
Yeah, hey, not me.
Time for mommy bites. I'm gonna get some of this right there.
And then that cheese. They're so soft and just enough salt, and they just melt in your mouth. And then the cheese, just put some over the top. My mom likes to eat this. I don't know how traditional it is. I've seen other people do it, but she'll add a spoonful of mayo and she'll eat it, like mix it in. It makes it like a little creamy. She loves it. So this is a meal in itself. You can add some salsa, you can have it with some tortillas, or it goes well with anything else. You'll see us make some chorizo con papas next.
Yeah, my favorite. This is a perfect protein breakfast. It was the perfect, oh yeah, actually, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Blinner. That's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Blinner.
We hope you enjoyed this recipe. Follow us for a few more through the whole month of Hispanic Heritage.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, and also go to the merch shop. Okay, bye. Love you.
Very, very demure. I'm gonna eat my beans like this.
Oh, come on. No, please, no.
Thanks for joining us. Love you.
Thanks,
Bye.
bye. Yay. Now time for some new lights.
Okay.
That was so funny.
Then once you're in a spot, then you pretend like
Now we have our beautiful beans. Oh. I thought we were gonna fall together.
Taquita, quita, 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 quita. Taquita, quita, quita, quita. Muévelo como taquita, ta, ta, ta. Ven acá. Taquita, quita, 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 ta, ta, taquita, quita, quita. Ven acá. Taquita, quita, quita. Oye, oye, oye. Baby, vamos a hacerlo toda la noche aquí.